By 2032, the global gross written premium will increase to $120 billion. That's a large number, and it's a big increase from where we're at today. So what's behind that? Hey guys, Andy Runyan here, Director of Strategic Alliances at UKON, and wanted to spend some time today talking about the recent release by the Cyber Insurance Academy. Guy and Asaf, always doing great work, put out some information on a study that was released by Gallagher in cohesion with the folks at Fortune Business Insight. And it talked about the global cyber insurance market, how much premium is written in cyber insurance worldwide. Let's kind of break down and dive into what I believe to be the reason that the cyber insurance market will grow in the shape of a hockey stick, to use the term of our own Travis Kroger. I leave it to a northerner to use a hockey reference. But why will we have that exponential growth over the next 7 years? The lazy answer is because of increase in attacks, right? It's not hard if you watch the news or you're on the internet at all, reading social media. It's not hard to look at the number of attacks that you see in the headlines and go, well, yep, attacks are going to increase, so people are going to need to buy insurance. Of course. I think it's deeper than that, though. Let's talk about the types of attacks that are recurring. Yes, ransomware has always been pervasive. It's been there since the beginnings of cyber insurance. It's pretty much why cyber insurance exists. Ransomware is still a deal, right? Still going to be a driving factor, but the other types of attacks and the other types of losses are going to be what I believe drive more people to adopt cyber insurance, specifically the rise of AI. When you look at how AI is currently being used to socially engineer and phish companies and individuals, that specific type of claim, payment fraud, invoice manipulation, is now the number one type of claim in the United States. So previously, if an organization said, oh, we have backups, we have MDR, we're not going to get ransom, we don't need to buy insurance, it's a little bit easier to have that mentality than it is to see multiple businesses around you, multiple of your friends getting phished, even though they have phenomenal cybersecurity in place. And that invoice manipulation, that funds transfer fraud, with those rising claims, I think we're going to see more entities purchase cyber insurance. So that is going to increase capacity and premium. The other thing that we've seen an increase in regulations, right? HIPAA recently updated, and with that HIPAA regulation update is a suggested increase of up to 40% fines, even on first-time offenders. That'll drive the uptake of cyber insurance to try to displace and transfer some of that financial risk. If you rewind 10 years ago and you started a new business, the bank was going to require that you had building insurance, general liability insurance. Nobody was requiring that you had cyber liability insurance. More and more financial institutions, banks, private equity, are starting to require that those businesses carry not just cyber insurance, but minimums of $1 million, $2 million, maybe $5 million, depending on the potential revenue of the entity and the exposure. So yes, an increase in attacks, but also the types of attacks, the rise of AI, the ability to go out and buy a phishing kit for $50 on the dark web and then start sending out fake invoices, and then also regulations from certain industries and certain standards, right, compliance standards, will drive the uptake of cyber insurance, which will feed into that market growth. Would love to hear any comments or additional thoughts on that, but at least from my standpoint, I believe this is where we're headed. So let us know if UKON can help you in any way in your cyber insurance journey.